didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I will always have a complicated relationship with this game, but people evolve. So do sports. Do not make me regret this. Do not make me devolve back to that guy that so many clones wish that I still was. And do not embarrass the entire country. Now, I can go back. I can get there fast. Lose tonight, and you got a real problem. Do not blow it.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
You've been warned.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Fourth and final hour, three-man front here on this Friday. Entire gang is here. Landrum, Pat, Conrad, and Molly. World Cup, United States, of course, eliminated by Belgium earlier this week. Not too much into it, but just to give you an idea of the craze that was U.S. men's soccer and ticket prices and what that looked like on the secondary market as opposed to where they are right now. How about this? Entering play today, Spain versus Belgium. The get-in price on July the 4th was $3,047. The current get-in price is $1,072. That's down 65%.
Man, oh man.
Tickets are down 47% for Norway versus England, the game taking place in Miami, and Argentina versus the Swiss in KC. The get-on July 4th was $2,470. It's currently just over $1,100.
It will be interesting to watch the television viewing ratings. We talked about it in hour number one. The numbers, over 50 million people tuned in for the Belgium-USA game on Monday night, an all-time record for a soccer game in the United States. Rivaled that of the AFC, NFC championship games, which are always number 2 or number 3 in the television ratings each year, only behind the Super Bowl. So very impressive, but interesting to see what takes place now as we're getting close down to the semifinals.
For sure. And we got great action that's going to be going on today. Of course, we're getting closer to the college football season. Not next week, but the following week, we're going to be in Tampa for SEC Media Days. There'll be a lot of buzz. You got new coach storylines. You've got, of course, Texas and Georgia. There'll be a lot centered around Lane Kiffin at LSU. Of course, Kalen DeBoer at Alabama. That should be a fun week. And then we get, roughly a month, a little over a month, and then we're into the football season.
Yeah, we're 50 days away from kickoff as you hear our promo as we started at around 200 days left to go until kickoff, and now we're down to 50. It's pretty amazing. But Monday, July 20th will be in Tampa for the first time, the SEC Football Media Days. It was here in Birmingham 36 times. Isn't that crazy to think?
Yeah.
36 times in Birmingham. It was in Dallas, Nashville, Atlanta over the last 3 years. Now it's going to be in Tampa for the first time ever. Kentucky, Mizzou, and Oklahoma, Tennessee. They will start things out on that Monday.
Well, don't let the AC drift right out of your house. That's money that you're losing. You don't have to. You can get new windows and doors through our friends at EcoView Windows and Doors, locally owned and operated. The owner, she's a sweet, sweet woman. Becky Jackson, her husband, her son, they're a part of the team. So locally family owned and operated. You can't beat that. They got a wonderful team. They can do low-cost windows to anything glamorous and anything in between. All different styles you can find there at the website. They also have a pledge to save you at least 35% on your heating and cooling in the first 12 months of installation. You can't beat that. All kinds of warranties that they offer, like a lifetime transferable warranty, lifetime labor warranty, glass breakage warranty. They got you covered. They're going to take care of you. That's all you need to know. EcoViewWindows.com. That's the website. Get the free estimate today. Tell Becky and the gang that Landrum from Jock sent you.
A couple of basketball notes from late yesterday afternoon. The newly expanded 76-team men's NCAA basketball tournament will feature an additional site. You know, they played the first 4 in Dayton. Well, they needed another site. Well, they made it official yesterday. Wichita, Kansas will be the site of the other 4 teams that will make it to the NCAA tournament. The men's selection committee convened this week in San Diego. They voted to designate Wichita as the sister host, along with longstanding first 4 site Dayton for the opening round of the 2027 and extending into 2028. The NCAA announced the 2 sites will both host automatic qualifiers, number 16 and number 15, and at-large candidates. The final 8 at-large teams will be selected, obviously, by the committee. Wichita beat out 7 other finalists, according to CBS Sports, including Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Des Moines, Iowa. Those were 2 cities that CBS could confirm that was in the running. Also, other cities that were west of the Mississippi River. Remember when we talked to Martin Newton right before that official announcement came out, he gave us the indication that it probably would be in the central time zone, because Dayton is in the eastern time zone. So you just go 1 hour back, and that would allow you to play all those games on the same night, but just have those staggered. The games will be held at the city's downtown venue, Intrust Bank Arena, which can house up to 15,000 people. That's approximately 5,000 more than Wichita State's on-campus gym. So we'll be in downtown Wichita. So you've got Dayton, and now you got Wichita. That will be host of those first-round games.
Yeah, I was looking at the Ron, maybe it's Koch or Coke gym there, and yeah, roughly 10,500 is capacity. But Wichita, when Martin Newton told us somewhere in the central time zone, and just thinking about those West Coast teams and not having to make the trip all the way to Ohio, that Wichita, that makes sense.
I honestly did not think about Wichita, and based on this story, Des Moines, Iowa, and Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, we've seen it in Albuquerque quite a bit, I feel like, with the Pit.
Yeah, had the Final Four there.
Yeah.
It's where NC State won the national championship.
Not just there, but also regional stops. It seems like we've seen it a pretty good bit in the past in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, the other note from the basketball world, this is interesting. Virginia and Vanderbilt, they're going to play an exhibition game on September 27th. But the reason why it made news, it's because it's going to be outdoors. It's going to be held at Charleston's Credit One Stadium, which is a tennis venue. Seats about 10,000 people. So that is going to be one matchup, Virginia against Vandy.
What a great idea.
Yeah. College of Charleston and the Citadel will be the nightcap. The event kicks off the Link U Invitational, but it will be at a tennis venue.
It's a great idea until it rains.
Can you imagine the humidity on September 27th in Charleston, South Carolina?
I think there's going to be a little bit there.
That's
probably not the day that you want to dabble in the she crab soup.
Were all the local libraries booked for Vanderbilt and Virginia? That'd be a fitting place to have an exhibition. Little Scholars Bowl pregame action, and then dive into the actual game.
Yeah. Let's get it going with a little trig.
See, every time I think of an outdoor, and we talked about it a lot, but you and I both participated in Hoop It Up back in the day here in Birmingham, where you're playing, 3-on-3 basketball on concrete.
Yeah, but at least you're playing on concrete. These guys are going to be sweating in the humidity in Charleston outside on a hardwood court.
Well, Landrum, it was pretty warm on 5 Points South when you're on the concrete in July.
It was warm at the Colonnade too, Pat.
Yeah, I played there too.
Go back through it. But yes, I agree. I like that they're doing this though. I didn't think about a tennis venue as being a perfect spot for the dimensions of a basketball court. Well, you got 94 feet by, what is that, 53?
I know.
I get my dimensions in football.
I know the long way, the width always gets me though.
Yeah, I know it's 94.
Yeah,
this way. I'll look it up. But no, Credit One Stadium looks nice. I've never been to a professional tennis event.
I haven't either. Let's get FSU Dave to educate us on those type of videos.
I feel like I have, because FSU Dave's told us so many stories. I feel like I'm right there in the chair with him.
Yeah.
When John McEnroe's dog cussing him. And what was it, Swedish? I think. 205-834-9450. Hello, who is this? Samuel?
Yes, sir.
How are you, Samuel?
Good.
What did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about y'all yesterday. You were talking about patches. I think the military should do a patch for everybody, and then the Boy Scouts should do a patch too.
So the
They have
military
really
to
cool
do a patch
patches
for
and
everybody's jersey? Okay.
And then Boy Scouts have got some cool badges that
Okay.
might be a good patch.
All right.
And then y'all talking about skydiving a couple of weeks ago, and there's an indoor one that y'all, if people are afraid of heights, that people can do instead.
And what is this?
Skydiving.
Oh,
Y'all talking about,
the
jumping out of-
skydiving inside. Yeah, I've seen it in Atlanta, in the Atlanta area. There's one right outside of where we go watch the Braves games. Have you done it?
No, sir. Terrified of heights.
Okay. But this one's inside, right? And it's just got the air, the forced air that's keeping you there in the cylinder. Good stuff, Samuel. Have a great weekend. We always appreciate you calling the show. From Samuel, let's go to our friend Miles in Mississippi. Hey, Miles.
Happy Friday to everybody.
Happy Friday.
Hey, Miles.
The international aspect of the Big 12's deal that y'all were discussing is fascinating to me. I wonder, and I'm just conjecturing here, but I wonder if the Big 12 presidents signed off on that because of the student enrollment drop that we are on the precipice of, where you're going to have, because the birth rates in this country were lower around the time that a college-age kids were being born, the kids who are college-age now, there were a lot less of them born, and so they're expecting an enrollment drop and going after international students. I wonder if it's because they're trying to market to more international students because they know the enrollment's going to drop.
That's a really good thought. One thing is for sure, Brett Yormark, when he took the job and with his background, he originally wanted to play some basketball games in Mexico. I mean,
yes, he did.
He wanted to make the Big 12 a more global brand. And then when you get to a sponsor that is a global brand like Monster Energy Drink, I think for him, this was a no-brainer. And listen, they're going to be able to incorporate it. Of course, when the announcement first came out, Miles, I immediately thought, oh, my goodness. Not only are you going to have a Big 12 logo, but then you're going to have a Monster Energy logo, and then you're going to have another sponsor, and then you're going to have the manufacturer of the jersey. It was going to look really NASCAR'd up. But I think the way the Big 12 is going to do it is they're just going to incorporate a portion of the Monster logo into the Big 12 logo. So it'll just be one logo. So you're not adding an additional patch on the jersey. But for that league to only get $1.25 million per team, that seems like a huge discount for Monster Energy.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Maybe the marketing y'all were discussing or going into international areas. Maybe that's the trade-off. I don't know. Maybe that's the what they think they're getting the benefit that way. I've been always wanting to ask y'all something. I ask a lot of people this. The psychology of fandom, how people become fans of the team they're fans of, fascinates me because there's always a story there. And I was wondering about you guys. For example, Pat, how'd you become a Cardinals fan? Landrum, how'd you become a Braves fan? Conrad, how'd you become a Yankees fan? And Molly and the Tigers, if y'all wouldn't mind.
Yeah, well, let's let Molly go first. Molly's wearing her Tigers jersey right now.
Yes, I am. So my family, we moved to Michigan when I was 7 years old, and I had never been to a Major League Baseball game before we lived up in the Detroit area. And every summer for, a couple of games, we try to go out to Comerica Park, and I immediately fell in love with the Tigers. I remember watching guys like Miggy and Justin Verlander. That was back at his first stint in Detroit, and I fell in love with the team. I loved going to games. Comerica, I think it's personally one of the more underrated parks. Because, as a kid, there's a Ferris wheel, there's a merry-go-round, there's other things. Yeah. And it was just family time because that was when my brother was always home from college. So, that's how I became a Tigers fan. I've loved the team ever since.
Conrad, you and the Yankees?
That's great.
Yeah, when I was 6, I got to go to New York with my family, and I got to see the old Yankee Stadium. I still haven't been to the new one, but I got to see the old Yankee Stadium. And I loved baseball growing up, and everyone around me was a Braves fan, and I didn't want to do what everyone else did. And I just always loved that time in New York. And at that time, my favorite player and my all-time favorite baseball player was Alex Rodriguez. And it was right around the time that he got traded from the Rangers to the Yankees. And so I was like, well, I'll just be a Yankees fan. And so coincidentally, my first year as a Yankees fan was 2004 when I followed the team the whole season. And that was the year that the Red Sox had that great comeback. So I started off with pain.
Yeah.
Landrum?
Very nice. My mom got remarried when I was 6 years old. My stepdad was a Braves fan, and he was a distant cousin of Gene Garber. And so we had a tie-in there. Went to my first Braves game. They were terrible, but I was hooked, and I've loved them ever since.
Mine's pretty simple. I was born in Mississippi. I moved very early in my life to Southeast Missouri. Grew up a Cardinals fan. I love Jack Buck, and that's why I'm in radio, because of Jack Buck. And I'm a Cardinals fan since then.
I appreciate y'all sharing that with me. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. One thing that I saw that was in common with all those was childhood experiences with family.
Yep.
That's it.
Bingo.
Cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
That's cool. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you, Miles. Great question. Appreciate
It was.
that.
I don't know if anybody's ever asked me that question.
And it's interesting because we have 4 different fandoms, especially in baseball.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you get that, especially in the Deep South, because everyone are Braves fans.
Right.
Which, very understandable. A lot of people grew up watching Superstation, TBS.
Yeah. And that was another reason is it just so happened my favorite team, they were on every night.
Yeah.
And I got to watch them. And
that helped a good bit. Just like there's a lot of people in the Deep South that are Cubs fans because they grew up watching WGN. You can watch the Cubs every day, and you can watch the Braves every night. So, yeah, good stuff. Miles always brings it.
Yeah, he
when
does.
Calls. Great calls. We will continue on. We'll do some Pat Ponders later on this hour. It's the Friday edition of 3-Man Front. I know we talk a good deal about the 2027 recruiting class, but there's no question that the 2028 recruiting class is starting out on fire for the University of Alabama. And just moments ago,
we can't be stopped, Pat.
On ESPN2, it appears that Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb, they continue their really great run at quarterbacks as the class of 2028 number 5 ranked quarterback Kingston Preyear from Alexander City plays for Benjamin Russell High School. On ESPN2, he has just committed to the University of Alabama. Other finalists included Florida and Vanderbilt. So he has committed to the University of Alabama.
Yeah, he's a 4-star kid in the 28 class. He's about 6'2", 190. I'm sure a lot of people around here are familiar with him because he, like Pat said, he plays at Benjamin Russell. But yeah, that is the one thing that they have managed to do very well since Kalen DeBoer got here is get, in a lot of years, including the 2027 class, multiple high-level quarterback recruits. So they're just the next in line there.
Yeah, so he
Very
was
nice.
Obviously a teammate with early receiver enrollee at the University of Alabama, Sedarian Morgan. So Preyear has said that he will go to the University of Alabama come in 2028. So weird to say 2028 when you're not even done with 2027.
it is. Yeah, a lot of good athletes come out of Ben Russell over the years, but especially here in the last few years. I mean, Malcolm Simmons was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Morgan. There's been several others I just can't recall off the top of my head.
We're still only second in the recruiting rankings, though.
For 28?
Yeah. Ohio State's ahead of us.
Well,
That didn't move the needle.
How many commitments does Ohio State have?
They have they have 3, but they have 2 5-stars.
that's a good start.
And now Alabama's up to 5, is that right?
They're
4?
up to 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for Ohio State. They're so good.
You got something to look forward to, though, that 28 class.
Well, it's like Rodney said yesterday, a lot of people on the field maybe looking to 2027 as the year that all the talent comes together, and it'll also be the year you can be excited about recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
So this time next year will be fantastic.
Yeah, she'll be in a great mood.
Yeah. Yes. I've been losing sleep. I haven't slept well in weeks.
Well, if you need a roof that you can count on, you need to call Abide Roofing today, 205-577-7338. Whether your roof has been damaged by a recent storm, showing signs of age, or you simply want the peace of mind that comes with a quality roof that's over your head, the team at Abide Roofing, they're ready to help you. They helped me a couple years ago. I had leaking in my attic that got into my house, needed a full roof. Dealt with my insurance company directly. That's what Abide Roofing did. That's what Abide Roofing is doing right now for Conrad. He had a tree fall on his roof a couple of weeks ago. Don't wait until that small problem becomes a costly repair. Call Abide Roofing at 205-577-7338. I trusted Abide. You should too. Call Travis Lloyd and his outstanding local roofing team. They're ready to help you. They're going to give you honest answers. I trust them 100%. Abide Roofing, 205-577-7338. AbideRoof.com.
You know, you're looking at ESPN and their release of the FBI in college football, and it's kind of discussing it with Conrad before the game. Everybody's putting out their list of their toughest schedules. Alabama's, if I can remember, Alabama's schedule being ranked in the top 5 of most of the nationals, if not just outside of the top 5 as being the toughest. One of the tougher schedules I can remember, Conrad, would that in recent years for Alabama, would you say, this year upcoming?
Yeah, I'm trying to, just off the top of my head, going through, hang on, I wrote it down to kind of encapsulate it. But yeah, I mean, you look at, so we were talking about the FPI earlier, and to your point, so 8 of the 12 games that you're going to play this year are against teams in the top 29 of the rankings. 6 of them are going to be against teams in the top 25. So yeah, I mean, when you look at, you have that stretch of, to end the season, 6 of the last 7 games for Alabama. You got number 5 Georgia, 16 Tennessee, 11 A&M, 9 LSU, 29 Vanderbilt, and 22 Auburn. That it certainly seems like it'll be a taller task than what we had last year, right? When you had the 4 straight wins against top 25 teams, and I think that's a big reason why Alabama made the playoff at the end of it. But yeah, it's going to be tough, but at least you don't have Arkansas.
And the reason I asked the question, and not to pick on him, it's just such a big discrepancy. Phil Steele, in his preseason magazine, came out with his top 25 of the 25 toughest schedules. Alabama comes in at number 19, which I found interesting, which I think they have a tougher schedule than number 19 in the country, but in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I was about to say it was number 15 on FPI. So, but yeah, maybe it's because you avoid, you're not playing Georgia and Texas. And I mean, FSU is a quality opponent and in the non-conference, but what's that going to look like, when you have Ohio State as that non-conference opponent in a couple of years back to back? Like, it's probably going to go up because you don't have top 10 non-conference opponent on there as well.
Well, when you look at the rest of the conference and, you got Texas playing Ohio State in week 2, but then they got 4 straight tough games. They got Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida, and Ole Miss. And then they end the season against LSU and Texas A&M. So if Texas is really the kind of team that all these preseason magazines are telling us they are, we're going to be able to see, because this is a very tough schedule. And then you got Georgia, according to the FPI, they've got one of the weaker, or actually the weakest in the Southeastern Conference. But to me, it's a schedule that you can't sneeze about. I mean, they've got a 6-game stretch where they play Oklahoma, Vandy, then they're at Bama and Auburn. Bama and Auburn's back-to-back for Georgia, and they got Florida and Atlanta, and then they got to go to Oxford. I mean, that's not a chopped liver schedule. But according to the FPI, that's the easiest in the conference. Oklahoma's at Michigan. Then they got to go to Georgia, then at Florida. Then you got to play Texas and Dallas. Then you're at home against Ole Miss and Texas A&M. And that is a brutal schedule for Oklahoma. LSU's got Clemson. And then you got Ole Miss to start the SEC. Then you got A&M, then Auburn. Then you got Bama, Texas at home. Then you finish against, Tennessee. So all of these teams, if you start looking at the SEC schedule, the little helmet schedule, in the mid part of the season, in October and early November, almost every team has a stretch of 3 to 4 to 5 games in a row that you can earmark right now. That is going to be a really tough stretch.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at Auburn's month of October. Tennessee, Georgia, LSU, and Ole Miss. That's brutal. I mean, maybe Tennessee's not as good as, some of these projections have them, but still, I mean, that's 3 potentially top 10 teams in Georgia, LSU, and Ole Miss back to back to back in the month of October. And like the easy game would be Tennessee to start it off.
Yep.
Let's take Ole Miss.
On the road.
You got Ole Miss, who they host LSU to start the SEC season, and then you've got 7 straight in the SEC. Their 7 straight is Florida, Vandy, Mizzou, Texas, Auburn, Georgia, and Oklahoma.
Thanks.
But I'm just saying, you can go down that schedule, and I know a lot of people probably have not got to that point of the summer where you're really starting to pay attention to everyone else in the league, but we will come SEC Football Media Days coming up in less than 2 weeks, and you're going to notice that this 9-game schedule, man, there are going to be a lot more losses than people think based on, I mean, we just went over 4 or 5 teams and the stretch that they have, whether it's Alabama or Auburn.
Well, we already had parity.
Yeah.
So now parity turns into losses.
Now, of all those teams that we just mentioned, the team that, at least right now, if you're looking on paper, that you would say they have got an easier road to travel than all those other teams is Texas A&M, because you're at LSU early, you're at Bama, but you got Tennessee at home, you're at Oklahoma, and then you got Texas. That's it. I mean, everything else on paper, they're going to be a significant favorite in all of those games. They do not have, that's the one exception of all those teams that we think may vie for a college football playoff position. That's the only team that doesn't have a significant stretch in their schedule where they're playing people, as of right now, what we think is going to be good teams,
right,
going to be difficult.
Well, and you think for them, you're probably going to be, okay, take LSU, Alabama, and Texas, right? You go 1 and 2 in those games, then you beat everybody else you're probably supposed to. Maybe Oklahoma's a coin flip too, but you're in the playoff.
Yeah, and some of these will change. You're right. Just based on perception, once the season gets started, that team is not as good as we thought.
Your starting quarterback goes down.
Yeah, that's it.
And I mean, all of a sudden, when John Matera got hurt, Oklahoma became a different football team.
Totally different team.
I mean, and
take Florida State from a few years ago.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But the 5-game stretch in October for Bama, Georgia, at Tennessee, then you got A&M at LSU, and then don't forget about Vandy. I mean, that's 5 games right there that.
Then, yeah.
You're playing Vandy later when you'd rather play them earlier because they're going to have a.
Well, that's after a 4-game stretch where you
quarterback.
start to take it easy and you go, they don't have Diego Pavia, and then Vandy beats your butt again.
Yeah.
I'm saying it that way, so you guard against it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just worried about Kentucky.
Yeah, you should be.
Week 2.
Yeah.
Ever since Will Stein got announced in that introductory press conference.
Every Tuesday, I'm reminded that we're going to lose that game.
A lot of L's. A lot of L's there. L stands for more than just Lexington. You're playing the game there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. The worst thing that Conrad has seen, we'll do that later. Coming up next, Pat has come up with questions, the final 5 questions of the week, maybe a bonus question if we're good. Pat Ponders is next. 135, 3-man front on this Friday. Pat comes up with questions every day we try to answer. We have no idea what the questions are going to be. The anticipation is killing me. This is what we call Pat Ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
All right, here we go. Final edition of Pat Ponders for the week. Question number 1. Forget wins and losses. Based strictly on name recognition, fan support, and national appeal, I want you to rank the 3 biggest football brands in the ACC and the Big 12.
ACC, biggest football brands, Clemson, Florida State, Miami.
In that order?
Yep.
Okay. How about the Big 12?
In the Big 12, BYU,
Now you see the problem.
for going enrollment, UCF, Houston.
It's your list, my friend.
Okay, I'll stick with BYU there at the top. Well, Texas Tech's a pretty big brand now.
Okay, well,
all right, I'll throw them in there reluctantly.
All right, where's your
Why you
three?
make me do this? Why do you do this to me?
Where's your 3?
And then the third, Because you're my friend, Arizona State.
Thank you.
I would go for the ACC. I would probably go Miami, Florida State, then Clemson.
So you think Miami is a bigger brand than Florida State?
It's tough. I'm going recency bias right now because Florida State's been down the last couple of years, and Miami just
They
played
beat
for a
Alabama
national
last year.
championship. Yeah, we've been down pat for a minute. We're kind of splitting hairs on that one, but yeah, I'd go Miami. No. I'm talking about the brand, not the being down. Yeah, I'd go Miami, FSU, Clemson.
In that order?
And then, yeah, I think Clemson's still historically.
Okay, I'm going to start. It's your list. Sorry.
You had Clemson number 1.
I did have Clemson number 1.
I thought you had Florida State.
Clemson, Florida State, Miami.
Oh, okay. All right, give me your Big 12.
We had, anyways. Big 12, I would go.
Go Cincinnati.
Texas Tech, BYU, and TCU. Go
Okay.
Horned Frogs.
Okay. For the ACC, I have Clemson, FSU, and Miami. For the Big 12, I have Texas Tech, Utah. And this is my long shot one, but Colorado, because I was thinking fans
Okay.
more so on that one. In that.
Big 12 is tough.
How would you
that
do
was
it?
a really tough one.
The Big 12?
Yeah.
See, I agree with Landrum.
Texas, Oklahoma.
Nebraska.
I thought about Oklahoma. I thought about Oklahoma State for a second.
I did.
but-
Yeah, me too.
I went BYU first because their worldwide brand.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean it's
Mormons. Yeah.
so I would definitely put BYU number 1 on that list. Recency bias, you're probably going to have to put Texas Tech there. But my goodness gracious, number 3. I like where you went, TCU. I understand Colorado, but Colorado is about to fall off the face of the earth again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's really tough when you look at the Big 12.
I went Arizona State for student life and logo.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. I had to pull up a map of the Big 12 to remember who was still in the Big 12.
that is fair too.
It's a good idea. It's actually a good practice.
What about ACC? Would you have Florida State number 1?
Yes, I would have Florida State number 1. I would have Clemson number 2, Miami 3.
Okay.
Question number 2, the Women's Professional Baseball League. Yes, that's a real thing, which begins play on August the 1st, announced the names and identities of its 4 inaugural teams: Boston Hunters, New York Heights, Los Angeles Queens, San Francisco Firebells. San Francisco Firebells.
Okay.
I would have thought the LA and San Fran ones would be swapped.
See what you did there.
If you could bring one of those franchises to Birmingham, what would you name the team?
Oh, okay. Thought we were going to have to pick.
The nicknames now are Hunters, Heights, Queens, Firebells.
Birmingham Hunters. We go Hunters. We do camo. I mean, half the state, they're in a tree in the fall anyways.
Wait, are we renaming the team?
No, you can rename it or you can take one of the names
I
now.
don't. I was just taking of the 4 that they had.
No, you can rename. You could do whatever you like. If you think that one of those names would work here.
Yeah, see, the Birmingham Hunters will make sense because of what Landrum said. See, the first thing that popped in my head, this would be so cheesy. See, I thought like the Birmingham Beauties or something. It's a female bait. What? That's a. It's
I
a
did not say
female team.
anything.
No, Molly
She's
just
laughing.
Molly just immediately
She's
was
totally
like,
crushing it.
I mean, she's making fun of you, not me. I'm just sitting here reading the question.
that was the first thing I was thinking of something B.
Birmingham Bonnets.
Yeah, that's probably better.
That's like a team you would hear from the 40s.
So you're
Yeah.
going Beauties or Bonnets? What are you going?
God, the Beauties. I came up with it. I'll stick with
The
it.
Birmingham Beauties.
Yeah,
What would your? I'm just trying to think of the logo.
Just a hot woman in a baseball jersey with it, like kind of tied up in the ponytail on the front. You know what I'm talking about? Got like the high waisted.
Do you know what he's talking about, Molly?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they tie up their shirt like with the rubber band or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Mine would be the Birmingham Grits.
Kiss my grits.
Girls raised in the South. Remember that acronym?
I do. That's a good one.
And we would only draft Southern players. Unless you were really good.
Birmingham Bobcats.
Okay.
Bobcats.
It
It doesn't have to start with
the
B,
text
Molly.
messages
I know, I
that
just
I'm
like
getting
it.
off of Conrad. You never disappoint. I appreciate that,
No,
Conrad.
and it took
He
me a
doesn't.
second because I couldn't remember what LA's was, and then when I did, it made perfect sense. Naming San Francisco.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I was
Yeah.
thinking animals, and Bobcats just came to mind.
All right.
You ever seen a bobcat besides what you thought was a bobcat in our parking
You
lot?
guys, I swear.
It was not a bobcat,
That's not a
Molly.
bobcat.
It was a lynx or something.
It was a
It was
fat.
not a lynx.
It was a
No,
fat.
it had the
fat
little tufts
cat.
on its ears.
That day that she saw, she thought.
I have a video of it. I showed
Hey.
you guys.
She's like, "Is that a liger?" I was like, "No, it's not a liger."
No, she was taking cold medicine that day.
That's exactly
no,
what
it was
was.
definitely something. It was not a house cat.
No, it was,
Only time I've ever seen Molly high. She drank all that Robitussin.
The worst part is you guys were on remote, so I was here by myself, and no one was here to see it, which is why you guys don't believe me.
and you're on cold medicine.
That's what my crazy uncle used to say about the UFO.
I swear.
Nobody was there to see it.
I'm getting some great names for the Birmingham team. Keith just texted in and said Birmingham Heaters.
Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah, I mean, I like heaters, but heater can mean different things.
Kelly has texted in Birmingham Booby Trap.
Oh, that's a good one.
You can get a corporate sponsor.
It's too soon. R.I.P.
The Birminghamers.
Hey, there you go, Birmingham.
And like Yellowhammer, you can like play off of that.
It's better than mine.
Way better.
But I don't know. Would you like to describe the logo again?
You know what I'm talking about.
No.
Yes. You know, you got like a hot girl and she's got her, and they tie it up with their shirt and they tie it up in the front. It's got
What
like
do
a
you
little,
call that? What is that?
What is that called, Molly? You know what I'm talking about?
No. A shirt tied?
Stand up and do your shirt like you're trying to show us.
Like,
Oh yeah.
like
There
you
he
tie it
goes.
up like this and then you put a rubber band around it and it's like high-waisted.
How?
You just tie a shirt.
Then how high up do you go?
Like, yay high? About yay high?
What is he talking about?
I just.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, he's living in.
You got some jean shorts? You're good to go.
Daisy Dukes?
Yeah,
Is that
some
what you're
Daisy
talking about?
Dukes. Yeah, you're good to go.
So that's your logo.
Yes.
Okay.
We know
a
it sells.
A crop knot top.
Yep, that thing. Crop knot.
I'm thinking about the cartoon. He's thinking about the cartoon. What was the lady back in?
You talking about World War II?
Oh,
That's not her. Yes.
Riveter, Rosie with the
Rosie
Riveter.
Riveter.
Yeah. Where she's, yeah.
Why was that not on the trivia quiz? I knew that one.
Oh, maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe the 251 anniversary.
Maybe so.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Rosie.
Next question. I sent you guys a text before this segment. Someone has offered you a chance to win $100,000 cash. You must complete 3 legal activities for all the money. I'm going to give you the activities. Now, you're going to earn $25,000 for completing the first 2, and then an additional $75,000 for the third. So if you do all 3, you get $100,000. But here's the catch. If you don't finish the third task, you have to pay back 95% from what you earned from the first 2, which that comes to $23,750 that you're paying back.
But you're still getting something.
Well, yeah, you're only getting, what, $1,250?
More than I had to start with.
Okay. So the question is, do you take the deal?
Well, yeah, you're winning money regardless.
Okay, so sight unseen, and I just told you that all these things are legal.
Yeah, what are the activities?
Well, you're going to have to tell me whether you're willing to take the deal or not.
Yeah, it's
Before we know the activities.
Correct.
It's $1,700.
I'm not doing it.
No matter what.
No.
Okay.
It would have to be way more. I was getting like
More
knowing,
than $100,000?
No, I mean like if I don't
Cash?
compete the third,
But what if
I would
it's
have
like
to be getting more if I didn't do the third task, if that makes sense, and not just 1,700 or however much.
Yeah,
What if it's like
am I
run
getting?
a mile?
Yeah, what am I getting
something.
if I complete the first two?
The first two, you're getting $25,000.
And then I can just walk away?
No.
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 Yeah. That's why I'm not doing it, because what if the third task is just something that's awful?
But it's legal.
But
You're getting either $100,000
Legal doesn't
or
mean safe.
$1,700.
I've already
Exactly.
confirmed that with Pat.
Okay, I tell you what
Yes.
I'm going to do. We're going to take a break. And then when we come back, I will give you the first task, and I'll let you consider
I already feel like I've been violated.
if you want to go on.
It's free money.
Now, Molly's already said she's not interested. Go
Conrad will do anything for a buck. We know this.
Yes, he will.
So I'm not even
Yes.
surprised.
Yes.
Yeah, see that?
Yes.
Molly, this is $1,700.
But see the PVC pipe at his house.
Conrad, you ignorant slut.
We will continue our final edition of Three Man Front when we come back. As we went to break, I basically offered them the following. A chance to win $100,000 cash. You must complete 3 legal activities for all the money. You'll earn $25,000 for completing the first 2, and then an additional $75K for the third. But the catch is, if you don't complete the third task, you've got to pay back 95% of the money that you made after the first 2 tasks. Now, Molly, she says she's out. She's not even risking it at all. Landrum and Conrad are still vacillating, but I'm going to give you the first task, okay?
All right.
The first of the 3 tasks. For 1 week, your diet can only consist of eggs, pickles, liver, and milk.
Yeah, I'm out.
I can do it.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Nope.
But I could just eat eggs the whole week.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the first thing that you would have to complete.
Okay.
So are you guys in for the rest of the challenge?
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm in.
Are
I'm
you
in.
out?
I'm in. Let's go.
All right, the second challenge, you must work 1 week at a chicken processing plant.
That's going to be tough, but I'll get over the smell.
Yeah.
I'll throw up a lot first day. But yeah, I'll do it.
See, I feel like I could do that for a year for $100,000 salary, so I can definitely do that for a week.
Okay, so now, Molly, do you have any regrets not
No.
opting in?
That's disgusting.
It's $100,000.
All right, now we got the third one.
Yeah, but we don't know the third one.
This is going to be fine.
This better not involve another man.
It's $100,000.
Like I said, illegal. Legal doesn't necessarily mean safe.
What's wrong with you?
All right, here we go.
All right.
This is for $100,000 for a whole weekend, starting at Friday at 5 p.m. until Sunday night at 10 p.m. You must clean the I-59 rest area bathroom in Asheville, Alabama without gloves or nose clips.
Nope. Told you. I'm out.
Yes, I'm doing that for $100,000. Are you
course
kidding?
you are.
It's 2 days.
You know how counterproductive that's going to be for me to be throwing up while I'm cleaning a bathroom?
Without gloves.
Or nose clips.
You can burn your fingertips off afterwards.
No. Ew.
So Conrad's all in, all 3.
It's $100,000.
I will throw up for the rest of my life thinking about it, but I'll do it.
You'll do it for
I'll do it
$100,000.
for $100K, I'll do it.
See, I appreciate Conrad and Landrum being good team players. Molly was
It's gonna
out before
suck.
the
That's
first-
disgusting.
That is a lot of money.
That
This
would be
isn't
a layup
$10,000.
for Pat. That would be a layup
Absolutely.
for Pat.
Without gloves? Oh.
I would do it the next weekend just for free.
What was it? I saw it was Steve-O that did the
In the
porta
portalette?
potty
portalette
slingshot?
slingshot. Would
Yeah.
you do that?
I would not do that.
For $100,000?
Listen to him. That's going to do it for us. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. $100,000. That's your price.
Conrad's
on
going to
anything.
be hanging out the I-59 rest area bathroom in Asheville this weekend. If you
just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then drinks are on me.
Ever since Sears closed, that's his new spot.
Scrolling with Haley. Join Haley Caronia as she scrolls through the biggest headlines.
If you haven't watched this show before, we do blind reactions. I have not seen these videos, so I am seeing them for the first time with all of you. We're going to implement the tinfoil hat time segments and all the stuff you know and love. And I'm going to finish the show and answer some of your questions. Someone asked me, what made you get into podcasting? And I was producing podcasts for other people. And I was like, I could do this for myself. And here I am.
Scrolling with Haley. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
Jeff Jarrett, great to see you. In this business, the story behind the scenes, so much more entertaining than what you see on camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Mr. Heyman, you are a master at the little things. That's how you turn good into great.
What does it take to achieve greatness? Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do.
That's an Emmy-winning performance.
How about it?
Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.